Hi, happy Thursday. We are doing a full body sculpt today. So I have 5 pound hand weights. You can do this equally without actual physical weight in your hands, especially when we're doing upper body sculpting. It can sometimes almost feel restrictive. Okay, so if you're having a lot of shoulder and neck pain and you're having trouble even just accessing these muscles, I suggest starting without the weight and then adding it later, maybe doing this live, later on demand a couple of times through, and then adding in some weight once you feel like, all right, I've actually got my muscles connected. Okay. So play around with how much weight and if or you're using weights actually physically in your hand or not. But other than that, it's just going to be a full body, good burnout. So let's get started. You're going to start standing. 2 feet underneath you, hands to your hips, shrug those shoulders up, back, and around, up, back, and around. Oh, kind of just feel some breath in your body. Information gather. Where are you starting today? Let your arm circles get a little bigger. I'm rocking forward and back on the balls of my feet. I'm really just exploring and centering and grounding myself, right? And then find your 2 feet on the ground, arms up by your ears, big breath. And climb, and then arms come down, exhale. Just sort of jiggle it out a little bit. One more time, arms up, big breath. And arms come down. Sort of jiggle it out a little bit. Good. This time, arms come up. Grab that right wrist and side bend, exhaling. Just feel the waist and the side body opening up for you. Good. Other side, exhaling, reaching and extending. Just feel where you have any restrictions, like all those familiar places we try to, we just instinctively avoid in the day when we're doing our regular life. Interlace your hands behind your back. This is the time to move into them, to explore those edges. Say, yes, it's okay, you're here. I'm here to work with you. Good. You're going to forward bend as you exhale, bowing down all the way down. You can keep the heels of your hands together, bend the elbows as you need to, bend the knees as you need to, nod your head up and down. Breathe well. Hands come down to the ground. And then sway your upper body a little bit side to side like that. Good. And then from there, roll yourself on up to stand, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, just feeling the whole journey of your spine. Arms up, back and around. One more time, arms come up. This time you're going to take your left elbow underneath your right. So we're going to loop in there, okay, like a little nest. Maybe hands as well, maybe not. Maybe you're just sort of hanging here, okay? We're going to start to feel is the shoulder blades and their ability to move, right? We talked about that last week with back bending. That you can really start to feel the shoulder blades glide, the ribs and their ability to move, and how that starts to facilitate access to real strength in the upper body. Lift those elbows up. Here's your back bend. A little engagement in the back, big lift. And release, other side, right elbow under. Switch around forward a little bit. Feel the back elongating. Feel the armpits reaching. The softness in the fronts of the shoulders. And then lift it up into a light back bend, feeling the back engaging for you. And really saw that down. Really nice. From here, we're going to stand in center. You're going to take your feet out to a wide second position, heels in, toes out. We're going to bend the knees, take the arms up. Exhale, stand up, arms come down. 3 of those. Here we go. Just moving some energy inside and out. Next one, you're staying. Big breath. Goalpost your arms. Feel the lats. So once you feel the shoulder blades kind of gliding into your back here, you're going to feel around into it. Strong big toes and pinky toes, strong heels. Now, roll the pelvis underneath you and release it. Roll the pelvis underneath you and release it. Just a couple little okay, pelvis can move. My legs are working. Now once you feel your butt kind of engaged, core engaged, elbows are wide. We have 10 nice deep squats. And once you feel the consistency of your back, the elbows are reaching slightly away from you. You feel the chest engage with the upper abs. So you're igniting the stabilizing forces of your back. You're gonna start to feel it. Without anything in your hands, right? Just holding the shape. Last one, pause. Hands behind your head, your elbows are going wide. Hug those ribs in. Get the butt underneath you. We have a light tick-tock, so engage the side body. Really engaging the trunk in all of its ranges of motions. Good. left, right. One more set. I know your legs are on. Other side. And you're up. Beautiful. Toes come in, arms go wide, you forward bend. Nod your head up and down. Sway again, a little side to side with your upper body. Bend your left knee. Peel the right toes up and just feel that moment. A nice opening for the right leg. Up and over to the other side. Bending, reaching, opening up. Starting to feel all of the parts of your body. Coming back through center, standing into both feet. Nod one more time, let the head go. And then you're pushing into your feet. Use your core and your back to roll yourself on up to stand, and the pelvis rotates up into its starting position. Step your feet on in. You're going to take your arms out in front of you, palm over palm, elbows out to the side. Bring the elbows down in line with your armpits, and you're going to just start a very slow march. Right knee, left knee. Right knee, left knee. Just notice, like, is the front of your hip grippy? Does the knee get to your feet? Or knee get to your feet? Does your knee get to your hands? Good. Whew. What's moving the leg? I'm speeding it up just a little bit. What's moving the leg, right? You feel the lengthening in your back, or is your back fighting it? Free the leg inside of your hip. I'm speeding it up just a little bit more. We have 5 more sets. Here we go. Push the arms down. We're at 4, 3, 2. Breathe. Last one. And both feet on the ground, arms up. Hands to your hips. Sit your booty back. Pull them out apart. Take a nice big breath in. Turn on your booty. Turn on your core. Shoulders down. Feel your back lifting your chest. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Do you see how I'm not pulling my shoulders back or lifting my head? I'm letting my back help to lift me. Hugging in. Here we go. 15. 1, 2. It's a pretty strong range of motion because I'm moving my joints. I want to feel my ankles and my knees and my hips creasing and extending, right? And the muscles that facilitate that movement starting to really engage. Core stable. You're in a standing plank. I'm with you. Last 5, 4. Feel the hamstrings. 3. The quads are going to do their job. Turn your attention into the back of the legs. Stay down. Big breath. Brace. Right heel up. Calf. Push the heel down. Left. Calf. Prance. Prance. What's happening here? What's happening here? We're prancing and alternating. Slow and deep. Booty. Hamstrings. Thighs are on fire. I know. 2, 1. Heels down, big breath, pull them out apart, reset. You have 10 more squats. 1, 2, come lower. 3. As your butt sits back, what happens to the countering balancing in the upper body? 5, 4, 3, chin down. 2, pull energy from your feet and you're up. Really nice. Grab your weights. Feeling all that strength underneath you because it needs to now be the stabilizing force, okay? Shrug your shoulders up, back, and around. Shrug it up, back, and around. Bend your knees. We're going to have tiny pulses now with the legs. Arms are out in front of you. Check it out. I'm not grippy here. Arms forward. Shoulder blades together. Ribs and chest engaged. Softness in the knees. This is very whole body. It's like I'm standing in plank. Squeeze the backs of your legs as you squeeze your biceps, okay? Tiny bend. This is a tiny little squat, right? Shoulder blades back. You need your chest. Squeeze your biceps. Squeeze the backs of your legs, straighten. Here we go. Shoulder blades back. Bracing. Backs of your legs. 5, 4, 3. Your back is holding you up and allowing you to weight bear in the biceps. Last 1. Pause. Stay at 90 degrees. Big breath in. Shoulder blades back. Rotate the elbows in, rotate forward. So the fists are rotating back, they're rotating forward. Now, here's the deal. I know this is gonna wanna come from right in the front of the shoulder. Shoulder blades, in and back. Watch my shoulder blades. Shoulder blades, shoulder blades. So I start to feel my triceps and my back. I definitely feel my biceps, but I'm feeling my back working with the biceps. Stay out with the fists. Big breath in, straighten the legs, lift your chest, take the elbows out, come back in. This should be in the armpits as much as the biceps. 2. You can see how much my core responds as I get to a heavier load as the weights get away from me. It tightens. Woo! 3 more. Shoulders back, chest engaged. Last 2. Last 1. Woo! And weights in, really nice. You're gonna put both weights into your right hand or drop down to 1 weight. Always an option, no weight's also an option. I'm turning. My left foot is on the ground in front, pointing forward. My right foot is back like a short warrior 1. I've got my left hand on my hip, pushing my butt back into it. Squeezing both my inner thighs, engaging my core, elbow out, big breath, shoulder blades back. Pull. This is chest, right ribs, definitely biceps and triceps, but lats. Feel that right armpit make a bite into your body. Shoulder blade moving with you. Woo! 5, 4. My shoulder doesn't ever leave its socket, right? I'm not diving forward. I'm staying connected. 2, 1, through center. You're going to turn your heels in, turn your toes out. Weights come together, overhead, big breath. You're in a wide second. Pause before you do anything with the arms. Elbows in, chest up, butt underneath you, core engaged. We're straightening the legs, straightening the arms. You're thinking up as you come down, up as you come down. Wrists are flat. Squeeze the backs of your arms. Woo! Last 1. Shoulders down. Come down. You're pulsing. 1. We're going to 15. 3, 4. Just the backs of your arms. Shoulder blades. Chin heavy. Long neck. Tight core. Squeeze your butt. We're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're out. Amazing. Turn to the right. Right toes pointing forward. Both weights in your left hand. Left foot pointing back. Right hip moves back. Finding your core. Arm out. Shoulder blades back. Squeeze. Squeeze. Slow and deep. Go slowly so you can really experience the journey. Woo! It's all about being present. Lean into the sensation. We're at 5, 4. Feel the underside of the arm. Last 2. Last 1. Step forward. Weight in each hand. Chest forward. Elbows out like you're holding a big beach ball. Shrug the shoulders back. Now it's harder to feel the back here. It tends to want to pull you forward into gravity, right? Tips of your shoulder blades together. Chin heavy. Find the core. Squeeze the backs of your legs. 1. Shoulder blades together. Rhomboids. Just 10, 6, 7, 8. If you feel your neck, drop your weights. Last 1, little bonus. And you're up. Take a breath, shrug it out. From here, arms parallel. Sit back, little chest presses. So shoulders need to come back into your body. Core needs to come in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Imagine the squishy Pilates ball was between your elbows too. Wrists are flat. Don't grip your pelvis. Stand on the strength of your legs. Let your core work above the pelvis. 5, 4, squeeze your chest. 3, 2, 1, stay parallel. Big breath, reset. We have 5 overhead, go. 1, bend your knees, squat. 2, bend your knees, squat. My arms are staying super parallel. That's 4. That's 5. You're down, little pulses. 10, 9, 8. I've got you. 6. Hug the shoulders back into your body. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're out. Last set. Big breath. Arms go straight back. Shoulder blades together. Light hinge forward. Take 1 more breath to feel the backs of your arms get longer. A little bend. Big stretch. Squeezing the backs of the arms. Wrists are flat. Core is in. Look down and see. Chest up. Neutral neck. One more big stretch. Here we go. Lift 10 times. 1. Shoulder blades, backs of your arms, chest and core. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're out. Good Lord. Drop those weights. Take it out. Go ahead. Arms up. Grab that left wrist. Gently side bend. Like bend the elbow and just side bend. Other side. Whew. And release out of that. Come on down to the ground. You're going to lie on your left side. Bring your weights with you. You only need one weight, but have it nearby. Okay. Lying on your left side. Right hip on top. Yes, we've made it. We're going to lower body now. We're going to lengthen out through the hips, okay? Stack your top hip on, like really on top of the bottom one. Now what I want you to feel is not just the bottom waist lifting, but the top waist pushing down. And imagine that. Like take your top hand, this is my right rib cage. Push it down and feel the waist, the bottom waist rise up into it. Good. So once you have that, you're going to take your arm up overhead. You're going to feel the shoulder blades squeeze your spine. You're going to rotate. Rotate back up. So that's the motion. It is kind of a sticky one, okay? So I'm reaching back underneath me as if I'm trying to like grab something from underneath my left arm, coming back up. My shoulder is rotating. It's not collapsing or changing its position in space. It's rotating because my ribs and my chest are rotating, because my transverse abdominals are rotating and my obliques are working, outer obliques. Now, that's the motion. You ready? Grab a weight or not. Big breath in. We have 10. Squeeze the waist. Weight comes in. Rotate. Come back. You're just adding weight. My arm shape is not changing. I'm adding resistance to the waist and the ribs. See that? Shoulder blades are connected on my back. Woo! Halfway there. I'm really feeling my top waist. Pulling me back every time. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Arm up. Reset. Your elbow is going to bend. Your top leg is going to lift. Squeeze the waist. Here we go. 10. 9. Check in. I was losing my bottom rib there. Journey your awareness through your body, right? It's like what's happening in my back. Do I have my pelvic corridor? Oh, I felt my hip flexor. Internally rotate the leg a little. Get into the booty and the side waist. Last 3. Last 2. It's never about perfect reps every time. It's about self-aware ones. Weight to the top of the thigh, to the top of the outer thigh. Leg go straight. Flex the foot. Lengthen the waist. Now tighten both waist sides to each other. Now lift. 1. Definitely outer thigh. Definitely butt. Different than just feeling grip around the thigh bone. Like you should feel work underneath the weight, into the butt, into the low back waist. 5, 4, 3, 2, stay. Big breath, reset. Lift it another inch. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find your bottom waist. 6, 7, 8. Chest open. And release. Last set. Weight behind you. Knee taps forward. Now, if your low back is tricky and you're like, watch this one first and then decide if you keep the weight on, okay? Big breath. My chest is rotating forward, like those rotations we just did. I'm gonna kick the wall. Okay, there we go. And then we're kicking back. Okay, these are donkey kicks. But notice how my chest rotated forward. That's what we were just setting up for, right? So, knee comes forward, I'm parallel. Chest goes forward, it's like a spiral. Leg goes back, you can see my butt, you can see my low back waist and my hamstring working. Here we go, we have 10. Set up. Maybe you try a couple with the weights. See what happens for you. My knee is below my foot. Woo! My brain is in my back body and my left rib squeezing in. Shoulders are connected. Woo! Bottom leg pushing down. Yes, you can. 4, 3, squeeze your core. Last one. And you're out. Oh my God. I'm going to be sore after today. Rub that out for a second. I'm sitting and taking a little twist. Woo, hello, booty. Over to the other side. Come on. Let's get it done. Over onto your right elbow. Stack up those hips. Big breath in. Straight ab work is going to feel like butter after this. All right, so your elbows on the ground. You're going to be like, thank God we're just doing abs. Go ahead and lengthen out your chest. Big inhale. Feel both sides of your waist. So bottom waist lifts, but top waist pushes down, right? And that's what forms a solid core. It's not just one side blowing out the other. They meet each other. Okay, so weight not being used at the moment. Left arm up. Now, just because you did it on the other side doesn't mean you do it on this side, okay? My left side's my weaker side. We're gonna rotate under. Sometimes I can't use the same weight on my left side that I do on the right and maintain good connection and form, right? I've got to build that strength differently, and that's okay. Doesn't mean you're going to create more unevenness. It means you're creating a better, more functional body. Shoulder blades together, squeezing. Here we go. That's it. Just getting the glide. Let the reps start to wake up your mind-body connection. Here we go. Last two. Just feeling that rotation. Last three, or last one. And you're up. All right, so your pelvis is stacked, chest up, shoulder blades in, core engaged. Now, top arm. I'm going to pull it in. I'm going to rotate it forward like a hook. The shape of my arm doesn't change. You see that? I'm plugged into my back. I'm plugged into my biceps and my triceps. So I can really use my top waist like a corkscrew. Left waist pulls me back with my ribs. Now, the reason we did all that upper body work before this is because if I try to use my low back waist, my left waist, without the ribs engaging, you'll get stuck. You'll get stuck in the hip, you'll pull out your back, it won't feel good, right? I have the whole left side working right now. You can see that. Reset. 3, 2. I even feel like my left ribs and lung. Up. Good. That got into my shoulder a little bit. I'm going to reset. Big breath. Top arm up. Reset the whole waist. Your elbow bends, your top leg lifts. And back down. Now, if all you feel is the hip flexor, adjust your alignment. Here we go. We have 10. 1. Remember your legs start in your chest. So start there. Chest engaged, ribs engaged, left armpit is squeezing, left waist is lifting the leg. Woo! Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Leg down. Weight to the side of the leg. Leg goes long, straight leg, long heart. Big breath. There's my waist. Internally rotate a little bit. Bring the ribs back. So you're really in a side plank, okay? Here we go. Up and down, up and down. Try a little bit of angling backwards. See if that helps you get a little bit more into booty, hamstring, and side thigh, all the way into the waist. I feel my core squeeze before the leg moves. And then the legs squeeze. But it's the core first. It's like this little like rope of pull. 5. Reset as you need to. Change the weight as you need to. 3, 2, 1. You're down. All right, here's the last one. Knee forward, chest wide, shoulder blades connected. Big breath. Tip the knee below the foot. Donkey kick it back and come back through center. I'm going to slide forward just a little because I'm going to kick the wall. Okay, so here we go. Chest forward, heel back, and it's high above the butt. Now try pushing your bottom leg down into the ground. It's not going to pop away. Again, if you need to drop the weight on this side, do. If you want to feel like, I think I could try a couple, add some weight and see. Woo! 5 more. Here we go. It's a slow body burn today. Lean in, say yes. I got you. Last 2, we got each other. Last one. Woo! And you're out. Good Lord. Lose that weight. Left leg over, build that twist, exhaling. So I gave the game away. We have core work to do still. Central core anyway. All right, back through center. Both weights, please. So the weights actually are helpful for this first setup, okay? So my feet are long, parallel. I'm on the diagonal, all right? I'm going to hold on, like they're kind of halfway between my heels and my butt. I'm going to hold on lightly to the heads of the weight, okay? Shoulders up, upper abs engaged. That means back is engaged with the ribs. And I'm just going to roll back and feel the scoop. And then I'm going to roll forward and I'm going to pinch my shoulder blades together. So what tends to happen when we start to get into middle belly is we right away go up to here and we shut off this power. I want you to really get curious about the strength that lies right here between your upper and mid back and your ribs and your upper abs, okay? I know we get so focused on the low belly. I want you to work up here for a sec. Okay, shoulder blades back, big breath, here we go. Rounding in, rolling up, rounding in, rolling up. Feet are on the ground. They're not leaving it. It means I'm gonna use my thighs when I push my big toes down and I roll back. 2, 1, good. Roll up. Now, adding weight is optional. I've got both my weights in my hand. I'm gonna take a breath, find your core, find what we were just doing, that kind of scoop in and out. Now, you can take your arms out in front of you. Press the weights together. Big breath. Chest up, shoulder blades engaged. We're rounding. Little crunch. Same shape we were just doing. If this is like, oh, no way, lose the weights. You want to go back to having your weights on the ground, holding onto the heads of them? Do that. Transverse. Back. Upper abs. Lower abs are constantly looking for their scoop in and up. 5. Ooh. Elbows out. Feel the armpits. 3. Feel the lats and the triceps. They're helping you. Last 2. Last 1. And you're off. Drop the weights. Arms up. Take a light twist to the right. Exhaling. We've got another set. Back through center. Arms up. Left. Exhaling. All right. You're coming down to the ground. So weights next to you. Come all the way down. From me here. The weights are in my hands. We're going to do chest presses. Okay, so you can imagine like being on a bench in the gym. We're doing chest presses. So that's going to be the first motion we have. My wrists are flat. They aren't breaking away from the power of my chest. Okay, so knuckles are pointing towards the ceiling. My arms are staying really parallel. They're going to come in and go up over my chest. The elbows are opening and down. What's nice about this is you actually can feel your shoulders moving against the ground beneath you. So you can feel that your chest is going to squeeze. And then you can feel your shoulders and your armpits broadening. You feel the back of the arm muscles kind of engaging, okay? So that's the chest motion, the arms moving up and down. Now we're gonna add the butt. Find your core, squeeze your hamstrings in your butt, come down. That's the motion, ready? If this is like scratching your head and patting your stomach, it should be. And having you move and strength train the lower and upper body simultaneously. It's confusing for the brain, and that's good. Scrambling up those hemispheres a little bit, getting those neural pathways a lot stronger. Find your ribs, breathe. Strong toes and heels. Hamstrings are giving your butt a little pinch as you come up to the top. Ribs are staying connected. Squeeze the backs of the arms. Stay up. Take the weights to just at the top of your thighs, right around your groin. Again, if it's a no-go, lose the weights. Take a breath, reset your core, push on your feet, squeeze your booty up into the weights. Feel it till you have a good fist in your butt. 15, go. 2. I'm just keeping the weights in place with my hands. I'm not holding the weight with my hands at all. I'm letting that extra 10 pounds go into my butt, my hamstrings, my calves. My core is stabilizing. My shoulders are quiet. Inner thighs parallel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're down. Really nice. Weights to the side. Knees come up to tabletop. Take a second here. My legs are parallel. Knees over hips. Take a breath. Core. Feel the ribs all the way down to the pelvic corridor. Hands behind your head. Elbows are wide. Now we know it's not the elbows that lead the way. It's the upper abs. Okay? Big breath. Upper abs and chest. Don't crib the front of the hips. Use the middle belly. If having the legs in this position makes you get too grippy, put your legs down. Okay? If you start to feel your low back, put your legs down. Crunching. Crunching. If you're not quite sure, put a hand on your belly and feel what's happening. Make sure you're engaging on the midline. You're staying on the next one. Big breath, reset. Right leg goes out, comes back in. Left, I'm in a constant contraction in my upper abs, and I'm slicing. Inner thighs in. As the leg goes away, the abs tighten. Then they call it back. Change arms. 3 more sets. That was 1. You can always drop the upper body back to the ground. 2. Last 1. Stay. Upper body down, legs to the ceiling. Squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze your butt together, knees and ankles, hands to your low belly. Now, this is not just the low belly lifting. This is the pelvis rotating up, so you do use a little bit of your back. If you can think about that, like scoop up and in, it really helps you find this low belly lift, as opposed to I'm just trying to tighten my low belly, and then you just push into your low back. It's a system that's moving together. I think some of you have heard me describe that, like that diaper analogy, like you lift your kid's butt to get the diaper underneath him. It's kind of that you lift the hips and pull the diaper up through the middle in the center. It's a very strange analogy, but you kind of feel like a diaper is scooping you up. It's going to help you kind of feel the visual. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're out on your knees and your toes. You can work on that visual through your day here. Go ahead and drop your hips and knees over to the right. Take a twist on your back. Exhale. Feel all that space. Back up and over. After this one, you may want to roll and restore. So I did a roll and restore a couple of weeks ago on the live. So that's in the live stream library. Just go back in there and you'll see it. I think it was 2 weeks ago. You just go in and do a nice pelvic full body, roll it out after this one. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest, rock yourself on up to sit. Both legs straight out in front of you. Get up onto your sit bones, arms up by your ears as you breathe in, and a nice big round forward as you exhale. Drop it. Give thanks. Give smiles. Give love. Pour it into yourself. Pour it into the world around you. A huge thank you to all of you on this stream today. It's a really, really special gift that we show up for each other week after week like this. Without being able to visually see each other, I feel you, I know you feel each other, and we are all better for having moved our bodies together. So have an amazing rest of your day. I can't wait to see you next week.